Now I gotta say, personally, I really rocked with this game
Yeah,
because
I knew it was gonna
like
be a good game.
we needed it. We needed this one badly. Because here's the thing: UNC already had back-to-back losses, and I'm like, all right, they're ranked 18th. They went from like first to 18th real quick.
Right.
We cannot lose against Ohio State after one we just lost, but then two they beat us literally a year to this day, like when
Right.
we played them. So I'm like, they
That's what I'm saying too. I feel like there's no team in college right now that is like, you know what I mean, laps beyond the people that are playing it. Because I feel like even any given night, the top teams can really go at it. And
I
you're not
mean,
gonna see somebody
that
just
should
sitting.
always be the case. So when you mean like you say like the top teams can go at it,
Well,
you
I'm
mean like
saying
there's no
like
dominant
there's
force?
not
Like,
one. I'm saying there's not one player. I feel like that's really just taking over games and stretches. I feel like it's, you know what I mean. It's kind of
I
like,
get you,
yeah,
I get you. It's also a little early too. Like I know, for example, Dariq Whitehead, he's supposed to be like a top 5 player in the game or in the draft, and he hasn't been able to really hoop like that. So I'm like, all right, let's see how he develops. Same with Lively. He was like we're talking about the number one and number two player in the high school coming out of this senior year, and they can't really do anything because they're coming back off injury. So like I do want to see how some people shake. Uh, but I think right now it's going to be more of like a team thing. Like who's the best team? Like who has the more complete team? Because
you
a
think y'all
lot of
got anybody
players are
draft eligible
good.
on Duke right now? Who would
You said
be?
what?
You think you all got anybody that's eligible to go up and be in the lottery?
I think so number 30 right here. This is Kyle Filipowski. That's the guy who I was telling you is like Laurie Markkinen light because he
Okay.
has a similar style game. He's just not as athletic. I don't think he's as good of a scorer also as Laurie. But again, it's either Kelly Olynyk or Laurie Markkinen. I can't tell right now. It's still a little early for me. But I think he could. Lottery wise, I think Jeremy Roach right here who has the ball. He if he has a big year, he definitely could sneak into someone's lottery if he shows that he can like be a real floor general. I think that's what he has to show because last season I think he came off as a scorer, but in the league I don't see him as a dominant scorer like that, or at least not enough of a scorer where he can be a good enough combo guard. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
like, but I think outside of
Two
Lively,
guys you would say
Whitehead,
that were coming back from injury or were battling injury again?
Lively and Whitehead. So Dariq
Yeah, I was gonna
Whitehead,
say I think
yeah,
Whitehead is a they got him projected to maybe be a lottery talent too, but he got to get on the court.
that's was he came back. He's like I said, he's projected top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to say he gives me because, and I hate to keep throwing like this man's name around too much, right? But he
Mm-hmm.
gives me JB vibes as a shooter, if that makes sense. Not as the athlete. He's a bigger guard. Kind of like I said, he's a little stocky, and maybe that's just because he hasn't had like real conditioning like that because he came off injury. But he's he's a pretty solid shooter. Like you'll see him coming up in a couple of plays where he gets one on the corner and just drops that. It's buttery. So and like I don't know, he's tough, but like I said, it's just conditioning wise. And then Lively, you remember Harry Giles when he came back off of injury for Duke?
Yeah.
I think it's a similar situation, just not as severe because he can still do some things that like Harry Giles really couldn't on the defensive end, but
Mm-hmm.
offensively, like he just needs to strengthen up a little bit. Um, but like that's what I got to see from those two over the like next couple months. So, but it's a long season. It's a long season. I wanted Sharper on this episode because he's an Ohio State fan.
Oh, for real.
So yeah, so like the next segment was really gonna kill him. Who's your college team?
I don't really have a college hoops team. Somebody I like actually playing. I mean, watch last year's Arkansas though.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Arkansas should be a
Jalen
little stronger.
Williams and the guard that they had. I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now, but they were both. It was just good basketball to watch. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I feel that.
But I don't really. I can't really say I have a college team though. I want one though. Everybody around here, you know where I'm at, close to North Carolina. So everybody around here, Duke or UNC fans.
I mean, get on the good foot, Duke. We're there. We are there, my good man. We are there.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.